Julianne and Stephen are about to move into their first home together in Drumcondra in Dublin.
We would be really into keeping all of the period features and all that, but we really want to put our own stamp on it as well.
We gave them the choice of two different interior designers.
Which designer have you chosen?
The minute I walked into Jean's set, I loved it.
They chose Jean Feeney and her modern vision for their house.
It looks quite dark when it goes down.
It actually looks really dark. Are you sure it's not too dark now?
Make it a lot more practical rather than just something that's pretty, like Julianne.
But will they still be loved up in 3 days' time when the public come to view their transformed home?
Oh, I love that. I just want to move in myself.
She's not moving in.
Next up, the kitchen. Stephen and Julianne have built a 260 square foot extension, and the entire space has been designed around an original Aga that they are sending away to be refurbished.
We were thinking about having something a lot more modern, but when you had the range oven there, I think we had to incorporate that. I'm not sure that the range oven would have fitted in with a very sleek and very new kitchen.
To tie in the new extension, they've gone for reclaimed oak floorboards.
We picked this because we really liked it. It's quite old, it has a bit of character in it. Jean, what do you think of that for the table? That's 8 foot.
My gut instinct is that it's going to be a tiny bit too big.
But Julianne's determined to get her oversized table, as the young couple want the kitchen to be a social space.
It is a big table. I have one at home. I know it's big.
I think we have the space for it.
It's up off the floor.
Yeah.
Cream country-style units to complement the cool blue. Another item they're bringing back to life is this Belfast sink they found in the garden.
Would you put stuff in this sink?
The main feature in the kitchen was this original range, but unfortunately it was too badly worn to be refurbished. Stephen and Julianne had no other option but to buy a new Aga.
Why did you have to get this in there? Press has to come out, you're going to have to raise it up for a stand in.
Because it's not the original piece, so it doesn't necessarily fit.
To make it fit, they need to remove a press and move a pipe.
If we can do it, I think it's really important to do it. It's that just the last push, and it's just all the little things that are cropping up, and you know, it's just causing more time delay, more stress.
And another concern for Julianne is the arrival of her 8-foot table.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Super.
Do you like it?
Looks good. It does look good.
All that fussing about 7 foot or 8 foot, the length is no problem at all.
Oh,
We like
yeah,
that.
no, it's lovely. Oh, it's fun.
You have turned this extension into, I suppose, a real old-fashioned kitchen.
There is a couple of modern elements in this kitchen. Obviously, the island itself, you would never have an island in an old-fashioned kitchen. So the layout is very modern. And the stone surface, I think, in the matte finish is also very modern.
It could be perceived that it lacks a print. It lacks a little bit of punch. It just needs a bit of kick of colour.
I don't think so. I think this is a really relaxing space because I reckon myself and Steve will probably spend majority of our time in here, you know, cooking and eating and obviously sitting down in front of the range, just chilling out. And we wanted it to be nice and just relaxing. We didn't want to have any kind of faddy, wild colours going on. We just wanted a nice, relaxing space. And I think we got that this is what we wanted.
Okay.
Okay. Back in your box.
And finally, the living room.
This living area has 2 functions. This room will be a television room and the back room will be a reading room. The look will be the same throughout the rooms. It'll carry through, the wall colours will be the same and the floor will be the same, but our accent colours are going to be different. We'll have turquoise in this room and a mustard in this room. There it is, the potter's clay.
Yeah.
You tend to veer towards the paler colours when you're picking paint off a paint chart, which are always better just to be a little brave and go slightly deeper. So I thought to liven this room up a little bit, we put some wallpaper in either alcove. So, you like it, Stephen?
I do. I actually love it. I think it's really cool.
It's a little bit bold, right?
With lots of modern elements in this room, Jean was keen to restore the 2 fireplaces.
I think the fireplace works well with the wallpaper that we have in the alcoves.
It looks quite dark when it goes down.
It actually looks really dark.
When it rubs in, you'll see it gets a little paler.
Okay.
You know, so don't judge it just yet.
No, I love that.
You like it?
Yeah, I love that.
Are you sure it's not too dark now?
It won't. It'll get paler, won't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit paler.
The colours, it's exactly what we wanted. I'm delighted.
They look brilliant.
Throughout the house, Jean has found ways to make the most of their €45,000 budget.
This was picked up for €8.
Brilliant, Jean. We love you.
You know, there's the mix with the old with the new. You know,
Yeah.
we've got some really nice modern pieces, and then we'll have some of these really super old pieces that'll marry in. I'd say about 150 mil off the bottom of the mantle. That's just about right. We'll do the fluffy stuff, Stephen.
Yeah, please soon.
I have taken a few risks in this living area, I have to say, and I was a little worried that it wouldn't come together. But I think reading it now, I'm delighted with the way it's turned out.
There is such a complicated dialogue in here between the building and all this eclectic mix of furniture.
It really all started, I think, in the warehouse when we presented first, because this sofa and the rug were the pieces that were there. So I built on that and worked our way out.
We had the vision at the start that we would mix and match. We won't go brand new, ultra modern. We won't go completely retro old style either. We mixed and matched quite well, I think.
I'm just wondering though, with the white ceiling, the cool grey, are people going to perceive this tomorrow to be a really cool space?
I don't think so. I really don't think so. The flooring is so lovely and rich and warm. You know, the minute they walk in, they'll notice that, especially up against the white of the skirting boards and the bay window. Definitely not cold.
Selma's back. Her abstract look lost out to Jean's design when they both pitched to Julianne and Stephen. Will she be convinced now that they made the right choice?
The texture of the floor is a bit too shiny. It's a particular style that is not necessarily part of this house and period. Some of the elements I think are too big. I'm a little bit frightened by the clock. I think it is risky to combine IKEA sliding wardrobe without being able probably to fully integrate it into the walls. It literally leaves it not fully integrating into the space. So maybe from that point of view, the brief could have been expanded or discussed better to create the bedroom into something more than what is given.
Will the public agree with Selma? It's open day, the day Julianne and Stephen allow complete strangers to view and rate their newly transformed home. With Jean, have they managed to create an interior that will impress? They're about to find out from the safety of the Showhouse van.
Good luck, Jean, Julianne and Stephen. Let's hope they're really kind to you this week. I doubt it.
Thanks, we hope so.
Here we are in the grand entrance hall.
I like the shine of the marble. I like the contrast with the mosaic.
Yes, the floor is amazing.
I don't like the colours of the wall. It's dull.
It's just harsh.
Love to get some sandpaper out of it.
Yes,
Sand it down and do a proper job on it.
No, it would ruin it.
To have a modern table, I think, would be a little bit too much because there's a lot of modern in other parts of the house. So I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Good girl.
Moving into the living room.
I just don't like the rug.
What did the poor rug do to you?
It's just the colour.
Get the Kleenex out.
Too bland, bit depressing.
Oh my God!
It's chic.
Well done, Julianne, you're chic.
Hate the sofa. You hate the sofa. Yeah.
Hates the sofa.
I actually personally think that the couch is really too large for this size room.
Don't like the table, don't like the rug, don't like the couch. I like the chair in the corner.
Why?
They don't suit the style of the room.
What do you want? Do you want a mahogany sideboard with a Chesterfield suite? That's what they want.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of walls with the one wall done in the paper, but going right across and it's more in your face. That's actually done in a very classy style.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're up to date with their fashion and their decor.
Could you imagine yourself living here?
I love it.
Good on you.
Good girl.
Here we are in this fantastic kitchen and dining area.
I love the feature clock on the wall.
Yeah, we love the clock.
I really do like it. I love the units. I love the clock. Everything.
I'd love to cook and work in this kitchen. And low maintenance.
Just like Julianne.
And finally, the master bedroom.
I love the bed facing the windows.
Yeah.
Sadly to say, I think the wardrobe really doesn't quite suit the room.
It's the practical part of the room, you know.
You'd lose the floorboards altogether?
Yeah, I just think when you get out of bed in the morning, you don't want to be putting your feet on anything cold. You want something nice and warm and something between your toes.
Put your feet in slippers.
Do you like the colour on the walls?
Yeah.
Do you think it's a romantic colour?
Yeah.
Restful, peaceful, calm. Gosh, I'm good. Would you all please put your hands together and welcome our homeowners, Julianne Bonner and Stephen Behan, who very kindly allowed you into their home today with such frank comments.
Apart from making comments, we also surveyed our visitors. We asked them, would you live in a house like this? And despite some of their remarks, 92% said they would.
I was delighted with the 92% rating, I have to say. I think I have achieved a lot with this house. You know, this house originally was a really dark space. And if you look at it now, it's a cool, clean, contemporary interior, but it still has lots of personality.
I didn't really mind what people said because we went through such a long process in terms of getting what we wanted. And it was a mix of old and new, cheap and more expensive. So I think we got the mix really well. We're really happy with it.
This is the house of my dreams. The location, you know, the house itself, the vision that we had, and the fact that we had Jean to bring the vision together for us so beautifully in the house is fantastic. And so we're delighted, yeah, definitely the house of our dreams.
We leave them now to spend their first night together in their dream home.